Hello, everybody. Welcome to SoulSpace podcast number 149.
Welcome.
Yay. So we're continuing on with our Bloom Where You're Planted theme for the month. And today we're doing The Secret to You.
And guess what book we're going to use today?
Yeah, guess.
Yes, The Secret. So,
our wonderful world of Rhonda Byrne.
Rhonda Byrne, The Secret, the classic.
Yeah.
You all hopefully know it, and if you don't know it, get it, because
Yeah.
this is where it all really started, at getting the law of attraction into the mainstream.
Yeah.
And that like exploded into the world in the best way. And so we have her to thank for really helping bring more of that to the fore and normalizing it and helping people to realize their own personal power of choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how you can change your life with simple things.
Right. Change the energy, changes your life.
100%.
Mm.
100%. So we're going to talk a little bit about the chapter that we're doing is called The Secret to You. Shocking, I know. If you do have the book by Happy Circumstance, we're on page 155. And we're going to do some really fun stuff today. We're going to talk about energy, which is my favorite subject.
Yes, mine
Hands down.
too. I love it. Yeah. So it's so fun to learn about energy and to use the energy and know how to manifest what you want, how to use and change the energy to what you want when it's not what you want to begin with.
Right. How to play with the universe, how to play with the energy of all it is, and to create beautiful, wonderful, fun experiences for yourself.
Yeah. Playing is the key. You know, if you're not having fun, then why are you here? Why do you want to live in unplayful life, I guess?
All right, here's the thing. Who really wants to be miserable?
Right.
No one.
No one.
You ask somebody, do you want to be miserable? The answer is always no.
Right. And it's your choice. You can change that energy up anytime you want.
You always have a choice.
You don't have to stay there in the judgery. So make your choice to have a better life, to be happier, to do the things that you want to do. Right?
Making a choice. Deciding what you want and making the choice to have it are the first two steps to change.
Yeah, for sure.
And it is that simple. As soon as you do that, you begin the shift.
Yeah.
Towards more of what you want.
Yeah. Don't go back. Keep going forward.
We're all about the forward motion.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm excited about this chapter. We've never done this one on our podcast before, so it's going to be a good time, you guys.
Yeah, love it.
So sit back, relax, and let's have a wonderful time together. So the secret to you. It starts with a few quotes here. Dr. John Hagelin. When we look around us, even at our own bodies, what we see is the tip of the iceberg. Bob Proctor says, think of this for a moment. Look at your hand. It looks solid, but really it's not. If you put it under a proper microscope, you'll see a mass of energy vibrating. John Osseroff says, everything is made up of the exact same thing, whether it's your hand, the ocean, or a star. Dr. Ben Johnson says, everything is energy, and let me help you to understand that just a little bit. There's the universe, our galaxy, our planet, and then individuals, and then inside of this body are organ systems, then cells, then molecules, and then atoms. And then there's energy. So there are a lot of levels to think about, but everything in the universe is energy. When I discovered the secret, I wanted to know what science and physics understood in terms of this knowledge. What I found was absolutely amazing. One of the most exciting things about living in this time is that the discoveries of quantum physics and new science are in total harmony with the teachings of the secret and with what all the great teachers have known throughout history. I never studied science or physics at school, and yet when I read complex books on quantum physics, I understood them perfectly because I wanted to understand them. The study of quantum physics helped me to have a deeper understanding of the secret on an energetic level. For many people, their belief is strengthened when they see the perfect correlation between the knowledge of the secret and the theories of new science. Let me explain how you are the most powerful transmission tower in the universe. In simple terms, all energy vibrates at a frequency. Being energy, you also vibrate at a frequency. And what determines your frequency at any time is whatever you are thinking and feeling. All the things you want are made of energy, and they are vibrating too. Everything is energy.
I love that. And what you're thinking, you're creating. What was that last paragraph or that last sentence there?
So all things we want are made of all things you want are made of energy, and they are vibrating too.
Yeah. So whatever vibration you're putting out, that's what you're getting back. And that is probably the hardest thing for people to understand. But when you do, you are really checking what you're putting out there.
Right.
Because that's exactly what you're getting back. So, learn that little piece there, and you'll understand what's going on in your life a lot better.
Right. And you know what's interesting? Sometimes people will go, the law of attraction doesn't work.
Right.
The law of attraction is working perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
What you're doing is you're saying, I don't believe any of this crap is going to work for me, and nothing I do is going to make it work, so it's not going to work. And that's what you're putting out. So guess what you're getting back?
Yeah. That exact same thing.
Just saying.
Right.
If what you put out is what you get back,
yeah,
what you're putting out is what you're getting back.
Yeah.
So when you're saying to yourself, well, none of this is going to work, but I'll try it anyway. What you're saying out to the universe is you're going to try everything and nothing's going to work. And the universe is like, all right, we can do that for you.
Yeah.
Try all the things and nothing's going to work, because
Right.
that's the vibration you're putting out. That's what you're getting back. And so thinking about everything is working out for me.
Yeah.
What you're putting out is what you're getting back. And so consider, what am I putting out? What is my vibration saying to the universe? What am I saying to the universe? What am I putting out there? What am I getting back?
Yeah.
If what you're getting back, that will tell you what you're getting in any given moment, will tell you what you're vibrating, what you've been putting out there.
Yeah.
For the majority of the time.
Right.
So think about that. What am I getting right now? And is it what I want? If it's not what I want, I need to line up with the energy of what it is that I do want. And that's something that we talk about all the time. Is getting into alignment with what you do want. Because if you're not getting all the things that you want, you're not in alignment with them yet.
Right.
But you can be, and you get to choose that. And so that's like the basic premise of the law of attraction, the basic premise of what we teach in 1,000 different ways.
Yeah. And it's a gradual thing. When you're learning about it, you're gonna be one day like, oh, I did create that. It did come. I was thinking about those things, and they are coming to me. And it's always a practice. Some days you forget, some days you go down the wrong path, but you can always change that up.
Yes.
And we're never in in a slippery slope that we can't get out of.
Every moment is a new moment.
Right.
And you can change your momentum in whatever direction you're going at any given moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good and so cool when you know that, and know that you're in charge of it, your own thoughts.
Here's an example. And I just told Tracy the story earlier, which is why it's coming up right now. So I've been thinking about, I want to continue to sell more jewelry, and I have some ideas for that. And I like to make jewelry and create jewelry. I also like to buy vintage jewelry and stone jewelry, and I like to make things into my own as well, from what other people have made or whatever.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff like that. And so I was thinking to myself, okay, so I've, kind of been seeing and talking to other people that do that kind of thing. And so there's a certain place that they tend to get that stuff from. And so I was thinking, oh man, I'd really like to find a wholesaler that I can buy from in that area, because I know a lot of people get their stuff from there. It's wonderful. And so I was thinking about that. And then I was on my phone, and up pops Etsy. Guess what the first 3 ads are for?
Of course.
Wholesalers for jewelry. Exactly what I'm looking for. What just so happens to be like a 10-day sale on their jewelry.
Awesome.
And I was like, you know what?
Yeah. I'm gonna shop.
I'm gonna get that stuff. They had wonderful, you know, I looked through them and I found one that had absolutely wonderful reviews from other people that had bought, especially like people in my area and things.
Yeah.
And so it's just really interesting, you know, thoughts become things, right? And
Right.
sometimes thoughts become things very quickly. And that's an example of I was thinking about it, it popped up. I was like, I found the perfect person, I bought, and I'm just waiting for my package.
Yeah.
And so it's just really interesting, you know, when you begin to work with the energy, how quick things can sometimes just happen.
And isn't it interesting also that, you know, energy in a way is an algorithm.
Mhm.
And now the computers are starting to catch on to that. AI is catching on to that.
Mhm.
Really, it's an energy algorithm. Whatever you're thinking about, you're bringing about.
Right.
So it's cool. It's cool to know the energy part of it first
Mhm.
and know, wow, isn't that weird? How, you know, when you're thinking about something or speaking about it, it's coming your way. It's the first thing that comes up on your on your feed anywhere.
I didn't even say it out loud.
Right.
Friends. Did
Yeah,
not say it
yeah.
out loud. So the phone couldn't hear me because I was not talking out loud about it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it.
And it's kind of like when you buy a car, you know, we bought a Subaru, whatever year, last summer, I think it was.
Mhm.
And now 4 out of 5 cars that you see on the road are Subarus.
Right.
And it's like, oh my God, you know, and that happens a lot when you buy a certain car and you never saw too many of them before.
All of a sudden they're
Now
everywhere.
they're everywhere. Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Or,
Everywhere.
you know, a black coat, let's say, you know, oh, I bought this cool coat. Oh yeah, now I see them everywhere.
Yeah, everybody's got that
Yeah,
coat. Where
yeah.
did you get yours? In
Right.
completely different places.
Right.
Everybody's got the same one.
Yeah. And in a way, that is law of attraction.
Mhm.
You're thinking about it, you have it. It's coming to you.
Right. And it wasn't even something I was really like actively searching for. It's just one day I was like, oh yeah, I'd like to find one. Boopity boop boop boop. Oh, there's
it
one.
is.
Oh, I'm gonna buy from them. Perfect. Done. It was like, you know, an hour of my afternoon.
Asking it is given, right?
Asking it is given.
Yeah.
And the less pressure you have on something, the more
Yeah.
easily it can come to you. There's no resistance there. And I
Right.
had no pressure on it. I was just like, I'd like to find one.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, let's spend $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah. But and you don't have to, that's the thing is make it a game, make it playful.
Mhm.
We don't have to be so serious about it. We don't have to try to push it because if the minute you let go, it's coming.
Right.
It's much easier to manifest something when you're not trying,
Right.
when you're not,
Exactly.
yeah.
So you decide what you
Not
want and you
pushing.
allow it in,
Yeah,
right? We
allow.
talked about the art of allowing
Mhm.
on many of our podcasts as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And that's really the biggest step is allowing it in and not like getting frustrated when you don't see it the next moment, you
Right.
know?
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people these days are used to having things instantly.
Mm-hmm.
We did not grow up that way.
No,
So we have a little bit more
No.
patience for
Yeah.
things.
you know, who knew about, I wish we would have known the law of attraction growing up
Oh,
because
me too.
life would have been so much easier.
Right?
I mean,
Teach your kids young.
even to not have the frustration and to know you're the one in charge of that energy, that would have been huge.
Yeah. That's a powerful thing to know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So teach your kids.
Teach your kids. And there are kids' books on the law of attraction, some really good
Yes,
ones.
I have a lot of them.
The Sarah books.
Wayne and Wayne Dyer has a bunch of children's picture books, you know, that are
Mhm.
small. Louise Hay, I have one of hers. Yeah, there's some really good ones. If you look around at the bookstores, there's
some
great ones for your kids to learn from.
Kids deserve to know.
They do deserve to know. Life shouldn't be hard when it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be so hard.
Mm-mm.
It can be easier.
Yeah, can be a lot easier.
I have chosen for my life to be easier. And guess what? It keeps getting easier.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
Yeah.
I really, really
It's
like
a
that.
lot more fun.
It is a lot more fun. I'm having a blast, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, where was I here?
I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Okay, so we ended on everything is energy, which is true. Look it up.
Yeah.
Here is the wow factor. When you think about what you want and you emit that frequency, you cause the energy of what you want to vibrate at that frequency and you bring it to you. As you focus on what you want, you are changing the vibration of the atoms of that thing and you are causing it to vibrate to you. The reason you are the most powerful transmission tower in the universe is because you have been given the power to focus your energy through your thoughts and alter the vibrations of what you are focused on, which then magnetically draws it to you. When you think about and feel those good things that you want, you have immediately tuned yourself to that frequency, which then causes the energy of all those things to vibrate to you and they appear in your life. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. You are an energy magnet. So you electrically energize everything to you and electrically energize yourself to everything you want. Human beings manage their own magnetizing energy because no one outside of them can think or feel for them. And it is thoughts and feelings that create our frequencies. And I think that's really important for you to think about is we all know that we're emitting an electronic frequency just by the nature of our bodies.
Right.
And so think about that as okay, so that is my energy vortex, the energy that just surrounds my body. Only if I'm only thinking about that, what do I want that to be vibrating? And when
Right.
you consider, like when you walk into a room or you meet someone,
Mm-hmm.
you immediately feel either attracted or repelled by them. And that you can
Yeah.
feel that in large quantities or small quantities.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're experiencing without knowing anything about them is their energy.
Yeah.
Are they in alignment with my vibration or not?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's something that you've all had that experience when you walk into a meeting or something and you feel heavy energy or happy energy, and or you have someone that said, I always like to sit by you because I always feel better when I sit around you. Well, that's the energy that you're putting off. So notice that when you're going about your day and when you go somewhere, see what the energy feels like. Notice it. And sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's strong.
Yeah.
It's cool to do. There's people that don't like to go to a big box store or Walmart or a mall because there's so much energy. But if you go there with the intention that, oh, I'm going to have fun and this is going to be a good day, and you're going to find what you need right away. And then you have a much better experience and you're not going to take on that heavier energy that might be there. You're gonna be seeking out the good energy instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to attract what you're putting out.
Right. Yeah.
You're a
Yep.
magnet for that energy instead of the other.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Love it.
Good.
That's a really good point. I like that you talked about like the large group
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
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 Because that can be a big factor for people.
It can be, and a lot of people are empathic, or they take on other people's energy. But if you notice that about yourself, then you can change that up, and you can project that you're not going to do that.
You can do something about it.
Yeah.
I know I have.
Yep. I have too. I used to be like that, and I don't usually do it anymore.
Right. And if I notice that I do, I know what to do about it.
Right. Yeah. You can change it up easy.
I don't have to keep it. It's not right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna deal with that.
Yeah.
I got my own stuff. I don't need to deal with other people's things.
That's enough of my own
My
stuff
goodness.
to carry.
Almost 100 years ago, without the benefit of all the scientific discoveries in the last 100 years, Charles Hunnell knew how the universe operated. The universal mind is not only intelligence, but it is substance. And this substance is the attractive force which brings electrons together by the law of attraction, so they form atoms. The atoms, in turn, are brought together by the same law and form molecules. Molecules take objective forms, and so we find that the law is the creative force behind every manifestation, not only of atoms, but of worlds, of the universe, of everything of which the imagination can form any conception. Bob Proctor says, I don't care what city you're living in, you've got enough power in your body, potential power, to illuminate the whole city for nearly a week. Charles Haanel says, to become conscious of this power is to become a live wire. The universe is the live wire. It carries power sufficient to meet every situation in the life of every individual. When the individual touches the universal mind, it receives all its power. James Ray says, most people define themselves by this finite body, but you're not a finite body. Even under a microscope, you're an energy field. What we know about energy is this. You go to a quantum physicist and say, what creates the world? And he or she will say, energy. Well, describe energy. Okay, it can never be created or destroyed. It always was, always has been. Everything that ever existed always exists. It's moving into form, through form, and out of form. You go to a theologian and ask the question, what created the universe? And he or she will say, God. Okay, describe God. Always was and always has been. Never can be created or destroyed. All that ever was, always will be, always moving into form, through form, and out of form. You see, it's the same description, just different terminology. So, if you think you're this meat suit running around, think again. You're a spiritual being. You're an energy field operating in a larger energy field. How does all of this make you a spiritual being? For me, the answer to that question is one of the most magnificent parts of the teachings of The Secret. You are energy, and energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy just changes form, and that means you. The true essence of you, the pure energy of you, has always been and always will be. You can never not be. On a deep level, you know that. Can you imagine not being? Despite everything you have seen and experienced in your life, can you imagine not being? You cannot imagine it because it is impossible. You are eternal energy. And it's true when they talk about physics, they talk about energy as a whole. You cannot destroy energy. It just changes form.
Right.
It just changes what it looks like. It just changes where it goes. It just changes, into different types of particles.
Yeah.
There's no.
It can be a rock. It can be a hand. It can be a book. It can be a table.
Can be a star. Can be a mushroom.
Yeah. It's infinite. I mean, it's always there. We're part of it. We're part of everything. And that can go kind of deep and down the wormhole, but it's cool to know that you are a part of something amazing.
Right. And everything and every being that exists is created by a thought form.
Yeah.
This body that you live in was an idea. Right. And everything comes from an idea. A mushroom was an idea, and it was cooperative components brought together to create the spore that created the mushroom.
Yeah.
Right. Just it's the same with anything and everything.
Right.
It's just particles coming together to become something. But what brings those particles together?
Yeah.
Energy.
Yeah.
Because the particles themselves are energy. Everything is just energy.
Yeah. So think about that one.
Nothing is actually solid. Isn't that fun?
Isn't
so you're
that
tapping on this
crazy?
table
Yeah.
and it's not solid. I'm not solid.
Yeah.
Walls aren't solid.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating.
It is.
I won't go too far down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to. If you guys want me to one day.
Someday we will.
We can do that together. We've had some rabbit hole moments in our experiences together.
Right. And I love those conversations.
I know.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
make time. Well, our podcast is time for those
Right,
actually.
We should record our after takes or before takes
We
because we
should.
get into some good
We
conversation.
should. We should just have a live YouTube conversation if they'd ever let us.
Yeah.
Okay. The one universal mind. Dr. John Hagelin says quantum physics confirms it. Quantum cosmology confirms it. That the universe essentially emerges from thought, and all of this matter around us is just precipitated thought. Ultimately, we are the source of the universe, and when we understand that power directly by experience, we can start to exercise our authority and begin to achieve more and more. Create anything, know anything from within the field of our own consciousness, which ultimately is universal consciousness that runs the universe. So, depending on how we use that power, positively or negatively, that's the kind of body in terms of health, that's the kind of environment we create. So, we are the creators, not only of our own destiny, but ultimately we are the creators of the universal destiny. We are the creators of the universe. So, there's no limit really to human potential. It's the degree to which we recognize those deep dynamics and exercise them, the degree to which we harness our power, and that really has to do again with the level at which we think. Some of the greatest teachers and avatars describe the universe in the same way as Dr. Hagelin by saying that all that exists is one universal mind, and there is nowhere that the one mind is not. It exists in everything.
Mm-hmm.
The one mind is all intelligence, all wisdom, and all perfection, and it is everything and everywhere at the same time. If everything is the one universal mind and the whole of it exists everywhere, then it is all in you. Let me help you to understand what this means for you. It means that every possibility already exists.
I love that statement.
It's one of my favorite things to say is everything is possible. Not anything is possible.
Right.
Everything is possible.
Yeah. 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 There's no denying it, really. When you know the laws of the universe, everything is possible.
There are far more possibilities for you than you could believe.
Yeah. And could ever
Possible.
imagine.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's why, when you have a thought or there's something that you want to create, go for it if that's what you want, because you wouldn't have had that thought if it wasn't possible to create it.
Right. Your limiting beliefs are what limit you from the
Yeah.
possibilities of your life.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We're going to address that next week.
Yeah, next week's gonna be fun.
But every possibility already exists. There are far more solutions, there are far more possibilities, there are far more branches that you can go off on in your life than you can even dream of yourself.
Mhm.
And isn't that amazing?
It is.
But there's always more.
Mhm. And how does it get better?
How does it get better than that? I want to find out.
Yeah.
All knowledge, all discoveries, and all inventions of the future are in the universal mind as possibilities, waiting for the human mind to draw them forth. Every creation and invention in history has also been drawn from the universal mind, whether the person consciously knew that or not. How do you draw from it? Do you do it through your awareness of it and by using your wonderful imagination? Oh, you do it through your awareness of it and by using your wonderful imagination. Look around you for needs wanting to be fulfilled. Imagine if we had a great invention to do this, or imagine if we had a great invention to do that. Look for the needs and then imagine and think their fulfillment into being. You don't have to work out the discovery or the invention. The Supreme Mind holds that possibility. All you have to do is hold your mind in the end result and imagine filling the need, and you will call it into being. As you ask and feel and believe, you will receive. There is an unlimited supply of ideas waiting for you to tap into and bring forth. You hold everything in your consciousness. Divine mind is the one and only reality. Charles Fillmore.
Mm. Very good.
So we won't go on for an eternity, but I do think that this last section is one worth visiting.
Okay.
John Ostroff says, we're all connected. We just don't see it. There isn't an out there and an in here. Everything in the universe is connected. It is just one energy field. So whatever way you look at it, the result is still the same. We are one. We are all connected, and we are all part of the one energy field, or the one supreme mind, or the one consciousness, or the one creative source. Call it whatever you want, but we are all one. If you think about the law of attraction now in terms of all of us being one, you will see its absolute perfection. You will understand why your negative thoughts about someone else will return harm only to you. We are one. You cannot be harmed unless you call harm into existence by emitting those negative thoughts and feelings. You have been given free will to choose, but when you think negative thoughts and have negative feelings, you are separating yourself from the one and all good. Think about every negative emotion there is, and you will discover that every one of them is based in fear. They come from thoughts of separation and from seeing yourself as separate from another. Competition is an example of separation. First, when you have thoughts of competition, it is coming from a lack mentality. As you were saying, there's limited supply. You were saying there's not enough for everybody, so we have to compete and fight to get things. When you compete, you can never win, even if you think you won. By the law of attraction, as you compete, you will attract many people and circumstances to compete against you in every single aspect of your life. And in the end, you will lose. We are all one, and so when you compete against you. You have to get competition out of your mind and become a creative mind. Focus only on your dreams, your visions, and take all competition out of the equation.
I love that. And I love the way when people do creative or consciousness business. You don't think of other businesses that do kind of the same stuff as competition.
Right.
Because everybody's drawn to who they want to do business with, and there's plenty for everybody to go around.
Yeah. The only reason you have lack is because you believe that there is lack.
Yeah.
And that you have to work hard to get what you want, and you have to do this and you have to do that.
Yeah.
And other people have more than me, and it's like there's enough for everyone. And there's always more being created at all times. And there's always your people that will come to you, and there's always your clients, and there's always other people's clients, and everybody is attracted to different things, and some of their clients will come to you for different things that you do that's totally different from them, and you're unique energy, and there's unique abundance for you.
Yeah. I love that way of thinking with things. And it's, I mean, especially in our world, like coaching and energy work and stuff, everybody shares in the wealth. We all do our own thing, and we're drawn to different people, and you go to different people for different things that you need help with, and it's all good, and it should be. We should be happy for each other that we're all doing that. We're all helping people in a different way, and it's all good. Yeah.
And well, the thing is, when you can celebrate other people's wins and abundance and enjoy it with them, that's your energy being in the energy of abundance.
Yeah.
That's telling you, oh, I'm in the right space, and I'm continuing to receive my own as well. Because that's the thing, is like, when my clients are like, oh, I saw this person and we did this really cool thing and I want to tell you all about it. I'm like, that's amazing. Tell me more.
Yeah.
I want to hear about it. Maybe I'll go figure it. I'll go meet that person too, because that sounds fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's like celebrating with other people their abundance, celebrating with them their learning, and continuing to learn yourself. I mean, why would you want to live any other way?
Right. Yeah. It's such a freer and happier and funner place to live when you're like that, when you do things that way. So
believing that there's not enough and thinking there's not enough is what creates not enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you begin to really wrap your mind around that, and what am I putting out there? that can change everything for you.
It really can, in a moment.
Yeah. And I know it's changed everything for me.
Mhm.
And every day, every week, every year it gets better and better and better.
Yeah, yeah, because you practice.
Because I practice. And I do. When I say that, you can see it in my life.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, you obviously all don't know my trajectory from then to now.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, it's night and day.
Yeah.
It's night and day.
Yeah.
And I'm happy as a clam in the sand. And that's a wonderful feeling. Because my goal was to be happy first.
Yeah.
And when I got there, that flipped the switch.
And that's a perfect place to start. Be happy first, because then life is so much easier.
Happiness is attracted to you when you're happy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Attraction at work.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Imagine that.
When I'm having fun experiences find me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Isn't it good?
It is so good. It is so good.
Yeah.
And I love that they're talking about universal supply, and that's that next piece here, which is why I wanted to kind of finish with that.
Yeah.
The universe is the universal supply and supplier of everything. Everything comes from the universe, and it is delivered to you through people, circumstances, and events by the law of attraction. Think of the law of attraction as the law of supply. It is the law that enables you to draw from the infinite supply. When you emit the perfect frequency of what you want, the perfect people, circumstances, and events will be attracted to you and delivered. It is not people who are giving you the things you desire. If you hold that false belief, you will experience lack because you are looking at the outside world and at people as the supply. The true supply is the invisible field, whether you call it the universe, the supreme mind, God, infinite intelligence. I would include the 0 point field into that, or whatever else. Whenever you receive anything, remember that you attracted it to you by the law of attraction and by being on the frequency and in harmony with the universal supply. The universal intelligence, which pervades everything, moved people, circumstances, and events to give that thing to you because it is law.
It is, and it is a wonderful law.
And Abraham, if you followed us for a while, Abraham is channeled by Esther Hicks. They talk about your vortex.
Yeah.
And this speaks to the vortex of creation.
Yeah. 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 And there are so many great teachers with this, that are from The Secret, the movie, and from any kind of the universal language of this. And, find someone that jives with you and follow them, because you'll learn so much. We talk about Esther Hicks a lot and Rhonda Byrne, and, we've been doing Mike Dooley lately, and there's just so many great teachers on this subject that you'll find somebody that resonates with you. And then when you start diving into the other authors and other teachers with it about law of attraction, you're gonna understand it better when you learn from different mentors on it.
Yes, and things click in a new way every time you read something.
Yeah.
In a different way or from a different author, and also adds to the little gold nuggets that you picked up from somebody else. You're like, oh my gosh, I totally get it now. This makes so much sense.
Right.
And you have epiphanies as you go along, and that's learning, right?
Yeah.
It's creating a new space within your own mind to realize that you are empowered to create your life and giving you the tools to do it every single day.
Yeah.
Every day is a new creation.
Yeah.
Every moment is a new creation.
Yeah.
And you get to choose what it's going to be. And you don't have to accept the things that you don't want to be there anymore.
Right.
Begin to move out of that space of the things that are not wanted. Begin to move in the abundant space of the things that you do want with these tools.
Yeah.
And you know how to do that.
Yeah.
Change your energy, change your frequency.
Yeah.
Because if you change your frequency, there is no other possibility than you get what frequency you are on.
Yeah.
And it begins to come to you the moment that you change your frequency. And that's the beauty of it. It's like if you can hold that frequency for, a minute,
Mhm.
You have opened up the momentum, which makes it easier for you to stay near that frequency and stay near that frequency and stay near that frequency. Just like you have one thought, another thought like it is attracted to it and is attracted to it and it creates that
Mhm.
momentum. And that's why momentum in a positive direction can be so amazing and wonderful, because it keeps going, like appreciation. When we do
Yeah,
appreciation and
yeah,
rampages, and the same goes true for negative thoughts. One will meet one, and one will meet one, and one will meet one, and pretty soon you're down, spiraling
Yeah,
down that emotional scale.
yeah,
So it's like it can go either way. So which
right.
momentum do you want to begin to create
Yeah,
right now?
now.
Because
Yeah.
now is a good time to start.
Yeah, it is. It's the only time to start.
We only have now, don't
Right.
we?
Yeah, yeah. I love it.
I love it. And I
Yeah.
think that's a good place for us to end today.
For today, yeah. Yeah. So what is our assignment for this week?
Well, our assignment for this week is to decide what frequency we want to be on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
choose which frequency you want to be on. Do you want to
Right.
just pick an emotion even?
Yeah.
I want to feel enjoyment. I want to feel
Yeah.
happiness. I want to feel excitement. I want to feel fun. Whatever
Yeah.
you want to feel, pick one thing that you want to feel this week, and you want that to be the majority of your time.
Yeah.
And then practice being in the frequency of it, doing things that bring you
Yeah.
into that frequency,
Yeah.
that feeling.
Yeah, think of a little mantra you can say, like we always say, everything is always turning out for me, or everything is always working out for me, or how does it get better than this? Think of those good positive thoughts you can go back to anytime you feel yourself slipping down that slope, and pick that up, reach for that higher vibration always, and you can eventually stay there longer.
The more you practice something, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
And that includes feelings and frequency and thoughts.
Yeah.
They are all the same as anything else. It's like exercising a muscle. You won't get stronger muscles if you don't ever exercise them. I mean, doing one exercise one time ever is not going to build a muscle. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to use repetition in a lot of things to get where you want to be.
But it really doesn't take very long.
No. And it's fun besides.
And it's fun. And it's easy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
And it might bring you some really amazing experiences. So what is there there's nothing to lose. I was gonna say, what is there to lose? But there's nothing to lose. And everything
What's there to
gain.
Yeah.
Everything to gain.
Yeah. Yeah. So Carissa, where can we find you in the wonderful world of webs?
On the internet. You can find me on Facebook. I got really excited about that. Woo! You can find me on Facebook at Light of Hope Healing. That's probably the easiest place. And then you can find my link to my square there. Since it's complicated, it's light-of-hope-healing.square.site, which is Light of Hope Healing with a bunch of dashes in between, .square.site, where you can find some really fun things, by the way. More to come, always.
Yeah.
You can also find us collectively at our SoulSpace on Facebook.
Yeah.
And at SoulSpace Podcast on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy, tell us your super easy way to find you if people want to dive deeper.
You can find me at inspiredsignals.com. All my links are there. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Inspired Signals and Inspired Signals Studio.
Yeah, so come join us.
Yeah,
for all that fun and shenanigans.
Yeah, yeah. I have an artistic alchemy coming up June 1st, Monday, in a week.
June 1st.
Yeah.
June 1st. I could not remember that date, so I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to ask you today.
Yeah. June 1st.
What time?
6:30 p.m. at our office at SoulSpace.
West Fargo. It's
an in-person one, so look for the event on Facebook. It'll be up tomorrow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And join us for that because they're always a wonderful time.
And we're going to do Zen doodling this time. I
haven't done Zen doodling. I haven't done it yet.
I love that one.
I'm so excited. Okay, we're gonna have a wonderful time. Come join us. I will be here.
Talk about it again next week. Yeah.
With Tracy, June 1st.
Yep. All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.